Hello, Stefan Joubert here, and I'd like to speak to you today about what it takes to become a top-notch guitarist. Well, firstly, the first thing I would say is you need to have a perfect practice schedule. It is vital that you have a practice regime that is disciplined, organized, rigorous, and one that is written down on paper. Because the moment you do that, you commit yourself to doing something each and every single day that will take you forward. Now, some of you may have only 1 hour to practice a day, and that is fine. However, you need to use the hour in the most wise methodology possible. So, for example, you could take 15 minutes on technical exercises, then you could take another 15 minutes on guitar knowledge, and you can take another 30 minutes on your repertoire, improvisation, and other things you want to play on the guitar. There are quite a lot of different methods of practicing. I've written quite a number of articles on practicing, which you can also view on my website at stefanjoubertguitarschool.com. But I would say that you need to have a very good practice schedule if you want to become a top-notch guitarist. Because without a good practice schedule, you will definitely make less than optimal progress. The success coach Brian Tracy has stated that only 3% of adults have goals that are written down on paper and goals that are time-bound. Now, time-bound goals are extremely important because the moment you bound something to a time period, there is an obligation and a responsibility to finish it on a certain time. Now, if you just decide to practice freely, you don't have any sort of obligation or responsibility. Without obligation, without responsibility, you will inevitably progress much slower. So if you want to develop quickly and you want to get there faster, you need to have a time-bound practice schedule. And it can be something like you want to learn all the chords of E major on string group 1, 3 and 1, 3, 5 across the neck in all the inversions by the 25th of June as an example. And let's say that that would be 3 months into the future. Then you have 3 months to do that, and you would write down every day what you need to do to get there. Using that methodology, you'll make faster progress, much faster progress than just being free. However, if you do want to be free with your schedule, you can as well, but then I would suggest putting more time into it. So if you only have an hour, I would suggest really writing down what you want to do and really doing it properly. But if you've got 6-7 hours, then you can do 2 hours on technique, 2 hours on that, 2 hours on that, with lots of breaks in between. And you can be a little bit less structured because you've got a bit more time. But of course, structure will make all the difference. Okay, on to the next point. You need to have a tremendous amount of patience if you would like to become a top-notch guitarist, because it will not happen overnight. Great things take time. Anything that you like, if you can think of products that you like, maybe a car that you like, maybe type of food that you like, maybe your favorite type of restaurant, maybe any type of product or anything. If you analyze the history of that product, or even something like in a restaurant, the type of food and everything, you'll notice there's a lot of preparation time and a lot of time put into creating the product or creating the service. If you take it from the time they need to start doing it until the time that it's completed. So it's the same with your guitar. Anything great, anything that is worthwhile is going to take a bit of time. It's not going to come for free. It's not going to come without consistent persistence and determination. And it's going to take a lot of energy from your side. But if you've got the energy and you make the decision to go for it, then as long as you've got the patience, you will definitely get it. But you've got to be patient about it, and you've got to just stick with it until it breaks through. That's the big thing. So patience, you learn a lot of patience when you learn how to play the guitar. So patience is a big thing. But if you stick with it and you're patient, you're really going to become successful and become a top-notch guitarist in time, as long as you practice successfully and diligently. And the next point is a bit part of the same, but it's a bit different. You need dedication, commitment, and rigor. You need to be a dedicated individual who sticks with it daily. You need commitment to go through the difficult patches that you will inevitably face. Maybe you're playing the chromatic scale, you're struggling to up the tempo. You need to just stick with it, stick with it, stick with it, stick with it. I guarantee if you stick with it, you will eventually, through a few months, maybe it will take a couple of months, maybe 3, 4, 5 months, you'll break through and get to the next tempo. That is, of course, on the condition that you do practice. If you're not practicing, it will take a lot longer. So you must practice. The daily practice is the thing. Be rigorous in the way you practice. Be rigorous in, everything around your guitar playing, and even your life and your career. If you're rigorous and you're disciplined, you're doing things in a methodical way, you are going to become a success, and you will really go from where you are today, let's say it's over here, to great heights and beyond. You'll shoot for the moon and you'll land beyond the stars and beyond the moon and everything else. So have the commitment, have the discipline, have the patience, and have the rigor, and do the thing properly. So that's very, very, very important. Now on to the next point. You need a different type of mindset. You see, to become a great guitarist, to become a top-notch guitarist, or top-notch in your career as well, you need to have a mindset of a professional. You need to have that sort of James Bond type of mindset where you do the thing properly, using James Bond as an example. But what I'm trying to say is you've got to be a professional at your work, where James Bond is a movie, but he's a professional at what he does. You need to be a professional at what you do. So if it comes to playing the guitar, you've got to practice the guitar in a method that's going to make you a true professional. And if a band will say, let's play in the key of G major, that you know immediately what the relative minor would be, or if it's B major, you can immediately see the relative minor. You know exactly where the pentatonics are. You can find all 5 positions, and you can play modes. Well, in that case, it would be Ionian mode, but you can still locate where the other modes are going to be in comparison with the B starting point on any part of the guitar, and you've got all the arpeggios and you understand the chord progressions. So it's important to be professional about what you do, and to do that you need that different type of mindset, that mindset that just goes for it, that mindset that says no matter what stands in my way, I'm going to work until I get there. That mindset, that's a non-giving up mindset, that mindset that's of a higher finesse, if I can put it like that. You can't just be lax about things. You've got to really decide that you're going to go for it, and you're going to do whatever it takes, whether it's to practice more, whether it's to focus more, whether it's to read more, but you're going to go to that next level. So that different type of mindset is absolutely essential. And then, on to my next point, you need the ability to persevere. You see, at times, you will have dips. You will probably start, especially when I see this a lot of times in my own private studio in central London, I see students, they go up, 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 up. Then we plateau here. And often there's a test. And the test here is, can the student continue? And sometimes the first plateau is much quicker than the rest. Because you see, the beginning, we've got a lot of excitement. And because we don't know so much, there's a lot of progress in the beginning. But when you want to continue and go to the next level, it might be a bit slower. Now the question is, can you persevere and just do the daily thing? And just do it daily and be successful on a daily basis. Because remember, a lot of it in guitar playing, as well as in your life and your career and everything, is laying a foundation. And once you've laid the foundation of whatever you do, it's a lot easier to build upon that foundation. So it's very, very important that you lay a solid foundation and that you can persevere through the difficult bits. And it can sometimes be hard as well, because you could go up, then you can plateau, go along the side, and then you could go down slightly. And now you're over here and you think, wow, I haven't made such a progress. But you know what? If you stick to it and you tell yourself, listen, I've got to do something, all of a sudden you could see this again. And now look, it's from year to year. So it's a massive difference. So it's important to just take it on and go on, go on, go on, go on. Listen to Winston Churchill on this. Never, 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 never give up. That's the biggest key there. Another thing, you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in yourself. And if you do not currently believe in yourself, and you do not currently have the vision to be able to believe that you can do it, you need to surround yourself with the right people. Listen to material like you're listening now, or listen to Tony Robbins, Brian Tracy, there's Frank Kern is another guy with a great mindset. All these people, they've got positive mental attitudes. You could also read the books of Napoleon Hill, which is just great about all life. There are many, many, many people you can listen to, but just people that will inspire and motivate you to go to that higher step in life. And surround yourself with the right type of people that's positive, people that think good things, people with a good mental and positive attitude, because they will lift you up. You see, it's a proven fact, if we go to statistics and we look at the different neighborhoods in a city, that unfortunately in the poorer neighborhoods, a lot of the poorer people, because they surround themselves with other poor people, they all keep each other poor. Now, I am just generalizing here. I love the fact when poor people can pull themselves out of poverty and go to riches. I'm all for that. But I'm just saying that in certain areas, there could be certain cycles that keep people there. And in other more prosperous areas, there's other cycles that keep people there. And it doesn't have to do necessarily with money. It could also be with the ability to study, or the ability to exceed at something academically. In certain circles, like if you surround yourself with an Oxford or a Cambridge professor, and you would be friends with the professor and people like that, you might be inspired to learn a lot. So the point is, Surround yourself with the type of people you want to become like. Do not surround yourself with the wrong type of people, because at the end of the day, they will help you to believe in yourself. They will help you to go to that extra step that you need to go to change your life and to change your guitar playing and become the guitarist that you've always wanted to become. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the most important one of all, and that is just to continually move forward. You just got to continually push, continually go, continually go. You've just got to take one step after another. Just go and do the thing daily. And at times I would even advise that you don't think about it. Just do it, just do it, just do it, just do it. Just put in the time. Now if you are discouraged at this stage, like I said before, watch a lot of tapes of Brian Tracy, watch a lot of tapes of Tony Robbins, and just get the beliefs back into your system. Once you've got the belief into your system, it's going to be a lot easier. So that's the thing. Continually move forward. Just go for it. Work hard. If you do that, you are going to become successful. And in time, now it may take time. It may take a few years. It may take a few months. It depends on which level you're at. But in time, you're going to make your dreams true, and you're going to be very happy once you've done that. Because once you've done that, you're going to be able to play the guitar very well and finally become the person you want to be. Remember, your success depends largely upon yourself. There are some circumstantial facts, but most of your success depends upon yourself and depends upon the effort that you put into it. So if you put effort into it and you continually move forward, you are going to become a success. Have a wonderful day ahead. I will speak to you soon again. Bye-bye.